Tepsen Wena Senut Itiren Ishaka TO KEMET. I hope you're doing well. I've decided to do a quick live stream, which will be 6:30 in New York. It's a bit later here in Europe. I wanted to say what's up with the family. Now, even though the title says learn the hieroglyphic, Medu nature in parentheses, you know that whenever I'm live streaming, you can bring up any topic you like. And actually, I forgot to check the sound. Okay, so far so good when it comes to the sound. So feel free if you have any questions, any comments. But remember, that's particularly for those who didn't know, I've been giving metadata classes, and I love teaching it. And I'm looking for new learners. I did propose Saturday, 11 p.m. EST. But throughout the week, I wouldn't mind doing it like 5 p.m. See? So let me know what you think. If you have any questions about the Medu nature, really you should seize the opportunity. I'm not looking for hundreds of people. Just a few dozen will do. How many do I have that already? I think I have 3. Will be okay. For Saturday. Yes. I have 3 so far who are ready for the Saturday at 11 p.m. EST. But other people might have some different availabilities. Let me know what's up. We don't need to be playing games anymore. I know some of you are interested. And you are probably thinking, well, it's too difficult, it's too complicated. Well, I can guarantee you that it is not. I can definitely introduce you to this beautiful language, the mother of our script, as I have shown many times. Few people know that our script ultimately derived from the Medu nature. People attribute the alphabet to the Phoenicians, to the Hebrews, or let's say to the Hebrew language, because Hebrews in history. Feel free to tell me how far that goes back. So people ultimately think that it derives from some Proto-Sinaitic language. But very few know that it ultimately derives from the Medu nature. How amazing. I have updated the article on my website showing that the Medu nature is the origin of the Greek and Latin alphabet. So I've added a quote from a famous linguist. And I think it's a beautiful thing. Don't you think? People often have this idea, this fantasy of Africans in ancient time not doing much, that it's noteworthy in history. As a matter of fact, the former French president, well, not the last one, but the one before, Nicolas Sarkozy, he made a speech, I think it was in Dakar, Senegal, Africa. He said that Africa did not get into history, you know, after he made that speech, of course, many people were unhappy. Some people wrote a book, if I'm not mistaken, in response to that speech. But that caused a lot of ink to flow. I mean, the dude went in Africa and said that. Sometimes later on, we got to find out that he got paid like thousands of, probably tens of thousands actually. Let me look for it because I'm thinking maybe it was not just tens of thousands of euros, but maybe like a couple of 100,000 euros just for speaking to some people. I wonder what kind of deal they have going on with our countries and the former colonial masters. I'm just seeing if I can find the figures. I wish I could find it because it's a lot of money, really. Okay, but um, some other search. I don't find it. Maybe I'll come across it some other time. But I'm sure that French speakers have heard about that. A lot of money just to go and speak. And speak. It's weird. Really look like some payback for some advantages that might have occurred previously. So how are you feeling, brothers and sisters? Besides the people who spy on me and wait for me to sleep, people who want to catch me sleeping, people who want to see me air. How are you feeling? Are you there? Are you at least willing to participate in the chat? By the way, I forgot to mention it from the get-go, but I did share the invite link. So if anybody wants to get on the panel, then feel free to be my guest as long as you don't have a problem showing your face. And we can chit chat for a little bit. You can say what's up. You can ask questions about the Middle Natural and anything else. Feel free. But I will continue to seek new learners. I will continue to seek for new learners of the Middle Nature because it's very important, very significant. There are some people who feel like it's pointless. They will not tell people there's no point learning the Sumerian, learning the Aramaic, and different ancient languages. But when it comes to the Middle Nature, for a strange reason, it seems that we need to get ourselves as far away from Kemet and the Middle Nature. You have to wonder why. And I think I know why. Because their theologies are tested historically. Kemet is more than tested historically. And as usual, they will try to concentrate on the Neteru or the deities. And they will amazingly discard the history that is written and that is extremely well documented for thousands of years. So I would advise you, brothers and sisters, not to follow trends. Follow your mind, follow your heart. If you want to really claim to be Kemetic, learning the language is a good way. It's a good path to follow. It is accessible. Definitely it is. Some of you learning it, some of you tried or started to learn it. Why did you stop? Was it because of typical life obligations, family and work, or any other reason? Did you find it too difficult? Is it that you didn't have anybody to communicate with, and exchange with? One of my learners told me that he wish we could have some people to talk with about the Medu. I told him I know exactly how it feels. Because back then, there were extremely few people knowledgeable about the Medu. Now it's changing. But I realized that many people happen to know the unity tools, Biley tools, Triley tools, and that's about it. They're not too versed in the grammar. Oh, hey! Our brother Harold pulled the third who wrote Hotep said, "This is HB, watching from work." I hope you're doing well, brother. I hope you're doing well. It's good to hear from you. I just decided to do a quick live stream. It's a bit late where I am now, but I really felt like talking to the people. And I'm glad you came to say what's up. I don't think it's going to last long because there's no participation anyway. But brothers and sisters, remember, the Medu classes that I'm giving will definitely help you to be able to read from original artifacts. And I would love to start ASAP. If you know some people who want to learn the Medu, then tell them and just give it a try. What do you have to lose? I don't have any subscription where you pay like hundreds of dollars up front for so many lessons. As they say in England, you pay as you go. Just $10 for an hour class. And if I manage to have the group that I'm looking for, it will most likely be longer than an hour. And if you don't like it, then you can move on. I'm pretty sure the majority of people who are interested in learning the Medu will definitely not will, will will not be disappointed at all. I'm sure of that. I mean, you have the testimonials anyway. You hear two testimonials when I close out, when I end the live streams, my outro. Um, but there's another testimonial that is on the playlist and that you don't hear in the outro. So really, I feel like the first class is the heaviest one. If people pass the first class, most likely they will continue. So, don't you want to participate at least in the chat, brothers and sisters? Because I will not flow for too long. I will not flow forever. And I love interaction. I'm so comfy right now. Got this new chair, which means that I will do so much more reading now. The old chair was about 10 years old, more than a decade old. If only I could see who is watching the live stream and don't never participate. I would love that. But it's all good. No questions at all, brothers and sisters? No participation. Nobody wants to learn the Medu nature. Everybody's claiming to be Kemetic. I know that some of you are serious about it. I'm looking for people who are about it. Now, there is a brother, I presume, the username says American Dream. My brother, I only require that people show their face, so if it's not a problem to you, then just change the setting and let me see your face and I will add you on the panel. But I think I've seen that avatar before, maybe on Smash Rockwell's channel. But I'm pretty confident that I've seen that avatar before, or maybe it was Pseudo Killers. It looks familiar. The avatar looks familiar to me. Harold Poole the third wrote, "The classes are very good. I am enjoying how much I've learned so far." Thank you, brother. See, I didn't want to say, I don't usually say, okay, such and such person take the classes. I let people say if they feel like it, you see. Our brother, indeed, as he has written, he's taking the classes and he's enjoying it. So besides the three testimonials that you have on the playlist, here you have another person there that's letting you know that the classes are enjoyable. But to my brother who tried to get in earlier, feel free to use the chat for whatever reason you don't want to use. You don't want to show your face. You know. There's a few reasons why I want people to show their face, but one of the main reasons is that when people are not anonymous and unidentified, then they take accountability for what they are saying. I had so many people come trolling before, and I think it's just better. Some people go live and you don't even see the host, and you see that I'm there, I'm available, I'm not doing anything else. Some people, sometimes they're shopping, doing a thing or two. I would take my time to be there and communicate with you all. If sometimes you don't see me, it's because I go to refresh myself or ease myself, but it doesn't last long. And usually I will put a video while I do that. So there's nothing to fear, really. Shouldn't be anything to fear. We're not doing anything illegal. And I understand young people who don't want to show their face. But mature people are finding it a bit strange, but to each his own. People don't want to, they don't have to. And I'm very well aware that when it wasn't a requirement, I had plenty of people who used to get on the panel, but I want things to be different. So I prefer, even if there's nobody, even if there's very few people, I prefer that keep it this way. It's just better. But once again, you have the chat if you want to participate in the chat. No questions about the man of nature, brothers and sisters. Don't you want to give it a try? I know that I would find someone interested and serious. And I don't want the other people who's been there for a long time to feel any kind of way. I don't want them to feel bad. They don't want to learn it, so I'll do this on them. I think it's just really the people who claim that they want to learn it and who never have. Because for those who have followed the live streams regularly, whether as I was live streaming or after the live stream, you must have noticed that many of the people who signed up for the classes were not necessarily following my channel for a long time. Some of them just happened to stumble upon my channel. It's like, oh, you're teaching it? I wanted to learn it, so boom, payment sent. A lot of languages I'm planning on learning a few. Sometimes I'm a bit sad realizing that, well, I can learn any other language on planet Earth. There will be more interest than with the literature. Well, we are in a minority. Many people are a minority, that's a fact. But still, this channel will have more people interested with Black history at large than people interested in other topics. Besides, of course, those who subscribe to my channel because of the Muay Thai and kickboxing and K1 and what we call free fight, which is like mixed martial art, but it's only recently that it was allowed in France. So we had what is called pancras, which means that when someone is on the floor, you can wrestle, but no blows. That's what it used to be. So I have a few videos like that. I have a few also of traditional boxing. But back then, as I was practicing martial art, I would go very often on different tournaments and championships, and I filmed plenty of fights. Actually, like the 2 or 3 videos I have the most views on my channel, there are videos of fights. So that's the main reason why I have so many subscribers. But when I'm live streaming, there's so few people. Because the majority initially subscribe because of those fighting videos. But the people who tune in when I'm live streaming, people who leave the comments during the live streams or after the live streams, those will be more people interested in Black history in general. And as a matter of fact, soon I'm going to have 20,000 subscribers. I should reach that probably this week. I need less than 50 more subscribers to reach 20,000. So 20K will look good. As for those who are waiting to see me sleeping, those who are waiting to catch me sleeping, don't hold your breath. I'm usually quite accurate. Even when I freestyle, even when I go off the dome, but when I present, I'm used to source what I'm saying. I'm not trying to say that I'm perfect. I make mistakes like everybody else. Sometimes I listen to the live streams whether they were my live streams or other people's live streams. And yeah, uh, a few words here and there that I meant to say, but I said something else. But that's some light stuff. Brothers and sisters, you can definitely be thorough. Just have to take the habit of verifying the information that you're about to share rather than just repeating something that you heard somebody say. Now, if it's a PhD, you can comfortably quote them. And of course, don't be slick and repeat verbatim what they said as if it comes out of your own thought or of your own mind. Some people do that. You just say such and such PhD says that. Such and such scholar, specialist, expert says that. Such and such encyclopedia says that. Such and such dictionary says that. Yes, you can comfortably do that. We have many people who just make stuff up. Well, plenty of people make stuff up. Sometimes they say it in a nice manner, they make it sound good. And we have plenty of things that kind of sounded good but unverifiable, like metaphysics, like numerology, like the land of Mu, like Lemuria, like Atlantis. There's so many things that many people are deep into, yet it has never been verified. Oh, oh man, I'm not lucky. Let's see. Come feel it and tell you. And when it comes to languages, you cannot recreate the language. You cannot change the meaning of words. And really, languages is one of the main things that were used by many brothers and sisters to make their claims. They pick and choose here and there, a few words here, a few words there. They try to do some exposing. They are attempting to show some correlation between different languages and different belief systems and a particular population. And one of the greatest example of confusion is the Moors. Those men Islamic, they'll still claim and talk about different religions. They talk about different populations over different periods of times, and there's nothing much that can show some um, relationship between different populations. They just label such people as more, such people as more. So it's just all over the place. And like I've said many times, we still have some people who feel like Europe was conquered by black people. The Iberian Peninsula and other parts of Europe, they feel like it was black people. So this is a simple question I asked before. What is the oldest record of a black person calling himself a Moor, calling another a black ruler, calling himself a Moor, calling another black ruler a Moor? Let's see how ancient it is. Probably heard about, those black rulers or black kings that conquered Europe. Who are they? I once asked a Moor, he gave me two names. for one of the two names, I went to the Louvre Museum, Paris, France, and I showed some artifact. It didn't look like a brother at all. But we don't hear about the most that we used to. It looks like their claims have been exhausted. It is what it is. Haven't you noticed we don't hear about the Muslims, the black Muslims that we used to back then? I can tell you that one of the reasons why they were making so much noise is because at one point they were claiming that the Arabs of the 7th century were black. That doesn't hold any more weight. I have a very detailed article about that. So they figured it's best to be quiet rather than keep pushing that black Arab stuff in the 7th century onwards. But there was a time we just hear about black Muslims, no matter what their persuasions or organizations. Now it's really the era of the Hebrew Israelites and the pseudos. We don't really hear about the most like we used to. Well, some of you are hesitating about asking a question or getting on the panel there. Make your mind up because I will exit soon. But I will never repeat it enough, and I will keep on repeating it. I am looking for Medu natural learners. So if you want to learn the Medu nature, you can holler at me right now, or you can just send an email. So you have the email address in the description of this video. Is there anybody that wants to learn the Medu nature, then feel free to let me know in the chat. If you have questions about the hieroglyphic, then go ahead. If you have questions about anything else, then go ahead. But do it quick because, like I said, I feel like it's going to be quick. I feel like I'm not going to stay long. I'm working tomorrow morning. I know I will find some new learners. I always found some new learners. I always did. We have a small community of some brothers and some sisters who live in different countries and who are learning the Medu nature. Some of them went to museums and they had the pleasure of realizing how much they can read directly from original artifacts. That's one of the greatest feelings. So brothers, thank you for being here. Most of you were shy today, except for the brother who tried to get on the panel, and our brother Harold, who has let all of you know that the Medu nature classes are very good. Stay safe, stay healthy, and if I'm allowed to buy the nature, I will definitely holler back at you.
Now, for the record, for those who don't know, I'm giving Medu nature classes, and here, that's the flyer. Okay, so those who are interested, feel free to holler at me. If you're not interested, it's cool, but I recommend that everybody who has not yet seen the video Kemet and Ma'at before Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, then watch it. It has about 300,000 views and really deserves to have a lot more.
I just want to let everyone know who's going to
listen to this stream in the future. I just had my first Medu Neter class by Brother Shaka today, and I've had other Medu Neter lessons by other teachers, and I can tell you right now, the brother is the best in the game. He is that was one of the best classes I've ever had, ever. So if you're interested in learning the Medu Neter, if you're interested in getting the basics of it, Brother Shaka is an awesome teacher. Get with him, and it's extremely affordable. This brother is giving us his time and his skills, and he's basically giving it away. I mean, I just consider it a donation. You know what I'm saying? So if anybody is interested in learning the Medu Neter, get with this brother right here. He's an awesome teacher. And I'll end with that.
Hotep Senu, Hena Senut. This is Julie, also known as Servant of Yah, and I'm currently taking the Medu Neter classes with Brother Shaka, and it has been an amazing experience. Only 2 lessons so far, and I feel like I've been taking the classes for months, just with the how in-depth he goes into the vocabulary words, the construction of the language, the grammar. It's been immeasurable, the experience. And one thing that comes across, hands down, is his extreme passion for teaching this to anyone who is willing to learn and has an interest in learning. So I highly suggest, if you are interested, even a minimal interest, that you subscribe to the classes with Brother Shaka. It's such a nominal amount for how much you get. I know, like, our last class was over 2.5 hours. It felt like 2 minutes, but because that's how, involved you are in what he's teaching and how he teaches and how compassionate he is about what he teaches. Also with sharing materials free of charge, no question, no doubt. It's just what he does. He doesn't have to, but he does. And so I just wanted to give a short testimonial about the class and the effectiveness of the class. And all of that is attested to how studied Brother Shaka is. So I highly recommend anyone with a minimal interest that you do sign up for the Medu Neter class. Hotep.
Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, which is Ma'at Forever. Don't forget to watch the video entitled Kemet and Ma'at. Don't forget to share Kemet and Ma'at on my channel on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, or other social media that you use. Email, text messages, you name it. Those who wish to donate can do so on paypal.me/ma'atforever.